Srimatre Namaha. Today I am going to discuss the topic Shakti force in detail. Let us start with prayer. Devi sadhu mahabhage mahabhagya pradayakam sarvaishwaryakaram punyam sarva papa pranashanam. There are some persons who have thought and still think that Shakti means force and that the worship of Shakti is the worship of force. Thus, we can have a look on this. 4 centuries ago, the Shaktas gave way before the Bhaktas. Chaitanya's army provided invincible and carried all Bengal captive. Even today, his gospel of love rules as a living force. Through his followers have considerably declined both in faith and in morals. Just the reverse of this we find in England and other European countries. There, the Shaktas are driving the Bhaktas out of the field. The only deity they adore, if they at all adore one, is the prime force of the universe. To it, they offer dry homage, surely than the scientists and materialists of the day are a sect of Shakti worshippers who are chasing away the true Christian devotees who adore the God of love. Alas, for European Vaishnavas, they are retreating before the advancing millions of Western Shaktas. We sincerely trust, however, the discomfiture of devotion and bhakti will be only for a time and are sunk in the carnality and voluptuousness and lead natures into the loving faith, spirituality, simplicity, and rapturous devotion of the Vaishnava. Recently, the poet Rabindranath Tagore has given the authority of his great name to this error. After pointing out the egoism is the price paid for the fact of existing that the whole universe is assisting in the desire that the I should be, he says that man has viewed this desire in 2 different ways, either as a whim of creative power or a joyous self-expression of creative love. Is a fact then of his being, he asks a relevant of force of love. Those who hold to the first view must also, he thinks, recognize conflict in as inevitable and eternal. For according to the peace and love are but a precarious coat of armor within which the weak seek shelter, whereas that which the timid anathematize as unrighteousness. That alone is a road to success. The pride of prosperity throws man's mind outwards, and the misery and insult of destitution draws man's hungering desires likewise outwards. These two conditions, like leave men unashamed to place above all other gods Shakti, the deity of power, the cruel one, whose right hand wields the weapon of guile. In the politics of Europe, drunk with power, we see the worship of Shakti. In the same way, the poet says that in the days of their political disruption, the cowed and the downtrodden Indian people, through the mouths of their poets, sang the praise of the same Shakti. The Chandi of Kavikankan and of the Ananda Mangala, the ballad of Manasa, the goddess of snakes. What are they put poems of triumphs of evil? The burden of their song is the defeat of Shiva and good at the hands of the cruel, deceitful criminal Shakti. The male deity whose possession was fairly harmless. But all of a sudden, a feminine deity turns up and demands to be worshipped in his stead. That is to say that she insisted on thrusting herself where she had no right. The deity of peace and renunciation did not survive. Thus, he adds that in Europe, the modern cult of Shakti says that the pale, anemic Jesus will not do. But with the high pomp and activity, Europe celebrates her Shakti worship. Bliss of love. The production of the universe is, according to the Shakti, an act of love illustrated by the so-called erotic imagery of the Shastra. The self loves itself, whether before or in creation. The thrill of human love, which continues the life of humanity, is an infinite simile, small fragment and faint reflection of the creative act in which Shiva and Shakti join to produce the Bindu, which is the seed of the universe. I quite agree that the worship of mere Lord force is a swine asuric and except in a transient sense futile. Force, however, may be moralized by the good purpose which it serves. The antithesis is not rightly between might and right, but between might in the services of the right and might in the services of the wrong. To worship force merely is to worship matter. He, however, who worships the mother in her material forms will know that she has others and will worship in her all such forms. He will also know that she is beyond all limited forms at that which gives being to them all. We may then say that force is a gross form of Shakti, than that here and the infinite power of consciousness there. This last, the Shakti of worship, is called by the Shastra the Purnahambhava, or the experience all I am. Shakti means power, energy, or force. Mythologically, Shakti is always described as feminine, often personified as the goodness, Devi, the divine feminine consort of the divine masculine god Shiva. But at the deepest level, Shakti transcends gender. Metaphysically, in Indian tradition, as well as in Taoism or Taoism, Shakti is a name given to the fundamental creature. Dynamism that gives rise to universes. She is considered the source of both matter and physical energy, as well as of just about everything else. Her dance is the dance of the cosmos. It makes sense then that there are different joy, the forms, levels, and unexpected expressions of Shakti in the universe. If you sit next to the Columbia River in Oregon, outside Portland, Oregon, you will get a visceral sense of the power flowing as the current. Following the river down stream, you would discover an enormous hydroelectric plant converting the water power into electricity. That same electricity that the time writing in the local restaurant runs the refrigerator, keeps the lights on, and rhetor lets you elements lights on. These energies seem different in different way. They are forces, powers. They are all forms of Shakti. And beyond the descendants, we cannot get the objective theories. So, it is a physical power, is something much subtler and more multi-leveled. Shakti is the innate level. Shakti has the innate creativity at the heart of all living beings or living things. She is a life force energy that makes this river flow, just as the powers your breath, your heart beat, and fires your muscles and neurons. She is often equated with prana, but she is also the subtle energy that gives rise to prana. In essence, yoga teaches that Shakti is the energy within everything, and yet there is an aspect of the Shakti that remains hidden until it is awakened through yoga or some other means. Shakti that specifically governs our spiritual evolution. This aspect of Shakti, sometimes called Anantar Shakti, Antar Shakti, Yoga Shakti, or Kundalini Shakti. He is a secret of force that evolves your consciousness and opens the doorways into your soul. However, it happens the awakening and unfolding of your inner Shakti has its own natural timeline. The evolution of your consciousness is analogous to the physical growth of a baby. A baby's growth from childhood to adolescence to maturity is governed by biological systems, but it is optimized by nourishing food, sunshine, and exercise and other environmental forces. In spiritual growth, that same life force works to transform and evolve your experience of who you are, of your life, goals, and priorities, and of how you relate to others and the world. It grows your capacity to tune into subtle presence. It strengthens you to hold higher frequencies of energy. It catalyzes longing for truth, brings up mystical emotions, dissolves traumas, and quickens your capacity for insight. Spiritual growth is natural, like physical growth, but it is also required the right nutrients. Among them, awareness, contemplation, meditation, self inquiry, a supportive cultural environment, and a willingness to do what we have come to call inner work. Effort is necessary. Use it or lose it applies to spiritual muscles just as it does to physical muscles and the brain cells. Shakti, one of the most important goddesses in the Hindu pantheon, is really called a divine cosmic energy in the world that represents feminine energy and the dynamic forces that move through the universe. Shakti, who is responsible for creation and can change his force and restore balance. As a vital cosmic forces, Shakti takes many forms and names, including Mother Goddess, Fierce Warrior, and the cock goodness of destruction. In Hinduism, every god has a Shakti or energy force. It's one of the reasons she is worshipped by millions of people throughout India. Shakti is also known as Parvati, Durga, and Kali. She is an archetype who you might call upon for strength, fertility, call upon for strength and power. You might identify with her as a powerful female figure, or you might ask or look at her as you try to repair or sustain your marriage. Shakti is a Mahadevi or great grandfather Cheppam. Goddess in the guise of Durga, Shakti is a fierce of warrior who kills the demon Mahishmati, లేదా Mahishasura, as well many other evil creatures. Kali, who is another form of Shakti, who is worshipped throughout India. Kali, whose name is commonly translated as the Black One, is the dark goddess of destruction in Hindu tradition and temporary nature of life. However, her devoted adherents also believe that she protects the theme of both earth and in the affirmative. Next, the Vahana of Shakti. Deities, including the Maya for all us, same category. The Shakti are associated with an animal or a bird that acts as a Vahana or vehicle. This animal is not only a means of transport and way to identify the good or bad. It also is an expression of our power. The line is a Vedanta for both Durga and Parvati. Durga, who encompassed the power of Durga Mata, blessed along sitting on her a lion as a weapon and for transpiration, is the most important one. Inspiration from Shakti. Remember that your Shakti is universal energy. Bobby called in force manages upon the system of the life. And as such, she can be called upon for numerous purposes such as to fight your own personal demons, and when the personal demons of our production of the to destroy evil and restore balance look like Kali. The Shakta tragedy glories feed devil the concept of Shiva as the world mother, who as the Shakti is the energy giving power behind all creations. Shakti is shown in many forms as Uma, as Parvati, five is Uma, and general concept of Shiva could be shown through ordinary ways. As Kamachi or Rajarajeshwari, she is the great mother in the form of Durga. She resides at tiger, the ego and arrogance in tampering form is Kali. The earliest term applied to the divine feminines, which still retains its popular usage, is Shakti. The word Shakti of various ways ranging from still retains its popular usage as Shakti. The word Shakti is used in a variety of ways, ranging from its use as a way to illustrate the ultimate primordial creative power, to expressing the capacity of power of words to convey by meaning. And also it is the word Shakti is derived from the root Shak, meaning potency or the potential of the inherent creative approach or aptitude. All interpretations of the word Shakti found common one parameter super duper near to this. Especially Shakti means power, force, feminine energy. But Srijama accompanies his followers. Even Shakti represents a fundamental creative instinct, understanding the cosmos, and is the energizing force of all divinity of Taluk being bed and everything. Devotees believe the entire universe is to be manifestation of the Shakti, not at all, who is also known by her general name Devi, from the Sanskrit root div, which means to shine. Shakti is the divine force, manifests to destroy demonic forces and restore balance. Forces and rests are balanced. In some, Shakti in Sanskrit means power or energy. In Hinduism, energy has belongs to the predominant of Prakriti or the female aspect of creation, known as the mother goddess. Shakti manifested him billion devotees. Hindus believe that Shakti is both responsible for creation and the agent of all changes. Shakti is cosmic existence as well as liberation, its most significant form being the Kundalini Shakti, a mystical psycho-spiritual force. In Shaktism, Shakti is worshipped as a supernatural being. Shakti embodies the active feminine energy of Shiva and is identified as Tripati, Tripura Sundari, or Parhav. Every god has his Sanskrit, and without about that, energy was there, have no doubt why did it put it. Every god has his Shakti, and without that, energy has no power. Ma Lakshmi is the energy of Shivashruti, and Shakti is also called Devi, Mahadevi, assuming different roles as Shati, Parvati, Durga, and Kali. So, universal principle, all the universal principle of energy, power of creativity. The play of female energy has no beginning and no end. Although it has restless the very mouse through alternating periods of motion and rest during of which order is re-established. Tantra believes that as long as phenomenal world exists, it is a master winning, and thus Shakti should be worshipped as an aspect of the divine. The motivating force behind this cultural play, the world creates the illusionary world. Desire. This desire is present in the two one of is within or without contributions. The manuals and formless aspect of the divine. For men to fully understand women and for them to realize it, their nature and be seat both have to come to the sending on the Shakti, the standing on the Kumuda, also goddess, Kundalini, energy, the feminine of the universe of the nature, that is phenomenon, is very complex, but if you get friendly with her in it, well, there is no forcefully way to her. Such a person should not be disturbed in any kind. If she can be innocent about dirtiest things in the world, but responsible and protective like mother in all. She has a few main aspects you love. She can pray different roles of different times. Woman, she is the mother, homekeeper, and royal destroyer. Shakti is the mother of all and of yogi too. She is a crude, cuddly, and woman protecting you from the troubles of the world and emotional turmoil. A human being, and she is the beautiful maiden, the vessel of desire, Maidan, the words of desire and passion, and she is the bitch who can destroy you better than anybody else. All goddesses of the world are manifested of skirts and other things. In Indian folklore, for example, without any instrument, you cannot play it. Similarly, there is a healer who guides floods. Shodasi is a beautiful, every young woman who labors you, and Kali is a destroyer of help you to conversion Raju, ignorance and peace of death. Shrekanta Kalyan Ram Shiva Srinivasa Srinivasa Mangalam Sarveshwara Mangalam